Folks, we're back. Now, interior. That's the plan. I kind of cleaned up. I have this panel screwed down. This panel originally would have had the fuel tank. One day I'll probably change this around and make a big storage box, but for now, I just capped it, closed it. I got my welder fully shifted, didn't show that, fully welded. And we got the boot on, but I don't have anything permanent. We'll probably have to build a boot for the e-brake yet, but the stock S10 one's going to work totally fine for the shifter. So I'm just not going to anchor it down until we get the carpet and stuff in. Haven't had a chance to get paint, but first things first, I'm actually just going to work on doing the upholstery. And we're not going to do anything too crazy, or actually we're doing nothing crazy. It's going to be like a very simple, practically a slip cover. I don't want to do pleats. I don't want to do nothing. This should be pretty quick. So we're sticking with the Silverado stuff. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm probably going to give myself just a little extra material just in case for some reason I don't like it and I want to give myself another inch or do something that, like this is the base. So that if I don't like it, I can basically undo the staples and we can add some more material in there. And maybe if I do the heated seat thing, I'll get in there and dig into that. So anyways, we're just going to clean this all off. When I do the vinyl, I'm going to give myself some extra so I can I'll just pull it tight around. We'll just have extra. We'll staple it at the edge and we can always go back. Or at least my head thinks I can do that. So we'll see. This is the back rest. So this is the bottom. These ones are for your bottom. So those are there. That one's fine. And this is the back. So the back, what I'm going to do is I have some leftover chicken wire here, stuff from my tonneau cover on the GMC there. So I want to use a little bit of this and we'll just staple that just so there's some support for the back so it's not just kind of floating and poking through here. This one, I don't think I'm going to change anything. I will just, only thing I might want to do is undo some stitches just so I can get in and put some heated backs in it. Again, if I decide to go that route. They're relatively cheap. I think like $100 you can get like inserted heated pads with the switches and stuff on Amazon. Or at least that's Canadian. I don't know. They used to be like $50 or $70 or something, but like everything, they went up. So you would just have your cushion. It's got some tape on it. So you kind of just set it down. You do the tape. It comes with all the wiring. You just hook it up to wherever and flick a switch. You got a high and a low setting. It's kind of how they go. I haven't ordered them. I'm not too concerned because it won't be till fall that I'll care. So, meh, because we're just about summertime here. So, anyways, yeah, we're going to do this quick, get that on here. I think the pad, like the idea is I'm just doing a simple one piece all the way around. And for the sides, I'll make a little pattern for this. So this outside is going to stitch to this. We'll give it a little bit of meat, both of these, just so I can, I'm going to do the same on there. Yeah, I'm going to do the same on the front. This one's a little different because the seat's big in the back. So I wasn't going to put any foam because that thing actually sits or it hovers. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything back here. This kind of did throw me for a hoop now that I'm staring at it, but whatever. It'll give me somewhere to fasten this seat down. How do I want to do that? I don't know. I'll make it up in a bit. We're going to work on the other one first. We're going to glue the two halves of the seat together so they can't go. We'll get that thing stapled up. And I'm not sure what I'm doing in the back. I guess we'll have to see. That's interesting. Now I'm kind of questioning how I do this. Do I actually shorten up this frame? It doesn't need to be that big. But it kind of fits this whole perimeter thing. Yeah, I'm going to have to. I don't know. I don't really want to add more foam. I don't really have foam to add. All right. Well, I'll keep trying to figure out my problem here and we'll get this thing together. Well, I am pretty happy the way this thing turned out. Not too bad. A few little meh, but I knew that was going to happen because of the way I did the vinyl. Like it's got these things all over the place, so it's going to be what it is. I got to find a little more foam. I want to put a foam backer here, but if I can find, I think I have some bus seats, so I'm going to go carve up some bus seats and see if I can steal the backing. It'll give me just a wee bit of height and give me something to fill the back of the seat here. And then we're basically going to do the exact same thing that we did over here and just do a quick wrap on it. So anyways, I've been to town. I have my weather stripping, my glue. This is the stuff I was waiting for. So we have this, and we're going to use that to hold this stuff in, which is like the window track. I managed to find some on Amazon, and I think it was just like, I don't remember now. I got to look at my prices. I got to update my list over there yet. But anyways, I think this was 20 bucks or something if I looked, $25. But that was like, magically I found that because this must be like one random order. There's enough here to do both doors. So I just got to glue it in. It doesn't fit in there quite tight enough, but it is a proper channel. So I kind of was test fitting over here and it looks like it's working okay. It's just, it needs to be glued. Doesn't want to stay in place. Anyways. Oh, and I got my e-brake. We picked up some brown rust paint. So that's what we're going to do. Dark brown. It is a gloss, but whatever. That's fine. I got my horn ring, so that is on. So that finishes that part up. We'll paint the column yet, but I might paint it the same color as the inside just because it'd be kind of nice. I don't know. Anyways, I guess now we're gonna go outside and do a little bit of shopping. That's the plan. All right, here's what we got. Oh. A bunch of seats. I know the bottoms are gonna be way too big and thick, but I'm just wondering what's all on top here that we can use. I don't need a lot, so give it a little look. Survey says. Oh, these like wrapped around both sides. Are these like frozen? Something's not working here. Which is what? I would think they just pull off. There we go. Come on. I don't know if there's as much foam as I think is on here. Oh, there's nothing here. Maybe it's on the back. Look how thin this is. It's like nothing. Man, that's a crappy seat to sit on. Can't believe that's what we did as a kid here. Come on. Golly. Oh, well, whatever. We got lots. Let's experiment with one here. See what's going on. Yeah, these are no dang good at all. Bugger. Well, that is a no bueno. That is not working in my favor. Oh well. Okay. Back to the drawing board. Let's find some foam somewhere else. All right. the bus seat was a bust. The foam is like thin, so it's not any good. And then the backside has got, I don't know, the weird stuff that's like, I don't know, it's just a different kind of foam. But it's no bueno. We did have an old camper back there, and it did have a cushion up on, you know, like one of the little hideaway beds. So this is not bad. It's pretty soft, but I'm thinking what I'm going to do is put it underneath the whole thing, and then we'll just cut a strip and stick it along the back, and then we can actually template off the sides and get this seat thing figured out. Get it upholstered, kind of like I did the back. So that'll get that out of the way, and then we're going to come back. I'm going to take my doors apart again because I need to dig into there to be able to do that weather stripping. So I'm going to kind of get that done, get some glue on there, pack that into all the corners, and corners up and around. Hopefully that all just works well. Alrighty, so let's, well, I guess stick that thing on there and just start carving it up. I am by far not a guy to tell you how to do upholstery, but what I'm doing here is I did the initial stitch. We just folded it. We did a stitch. I don't know what this stitch is called, but what I'm doing is folding the material over, like this over, and then I'm kind of sewing this edge to there. Thing I found in the past, I do this and I pull really tight. You can see the thread, and it kind of, a lot of time you're pulling really hard, and I haven't really had a problem with it tearing unless I'm using really cheap vinyl, but it just gives it a nicer look. I'll show you when I finish, but what I'm trying to do always, I'm trying to lay this flat, and then I just let, like however your foot is, there's that little middle part that stabs down. I kind of use the foot as my guide, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm not, by far, I'm not the dude to tell you how to do upholstery, but I've daddled enough to know whatever. I don't even know. I can't sew and think. I can't sew and talk at the same time. I'll explain in a minute here. One thing I do know is you don't want to pull the vinyl really hard. You want to try to make sure it stays relaxed while you're sewing. Otherwise, just weird stuff happens. You end up tugging in places. This machine is so sensitive. I find now we got a hard corner. Look at all this stuff going on here. I'm sure I'm going to screw this up, but that's all right. Okay. Oh, can I do this? It's at the back of the seat, so nobody's really going to see it. Actually, nobody will. So it's fine. This is the one thing I love about this machine. It's got auto reverse. Just stab your heel all the way back. Done. And it cuts it. Look at that. Golly. All right. So here's the stitch you end up with. It's just a much stronger stitch because we initially stitched the one side, but you can see I kind of trying. I'm not that good at it. Here you can see where I goofed. I missed it. That's fine. Whatever. For what it is, it'll be okay. But somehow I goofed up and my alignment went off. So, story of my life, but no biggie. So, now we're gonna line this all up because it is a little thicker in the front. I don't know if I did this right or I screwed it up. We'll see. But we're gonna tug, pull, staple, and hopefully it'll look okay. It'll be fine for what it is. All right, I need two hands, so I'm gonna smash away at this here, and we'll staple this thing together and smash it in the truck and have a look. All right. Ooh. that's okay. I'm thinking that foam added a little more than I wanted. Esther will be happy because she's going to be able to sit. That 1 inch? No, what was that? That was 2 inches. I thought it would compress a lot more. I guess not. I mean, I'm fine. It would suck if it was chopped. I did sit better before, but meh. You know what? It is what it is. It's not terrible. Could be worse. All right. Well, cool. We got that done. Not perfect, but it's good enough for what it is. Man, eh? I definitely feel like I screwed that up by putting too much foam in there, but I'm okay. I mean, it works. Okay, what is next? I guess we prep, start sanding, do some paint. Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta make a little cover for this. Get what's left of our headliner stuff out. I want to put a bit of paint in here though. Mostly the dash. I think we're going to do an invisible line because I don't want to do jambs. I don't want to do all that. I just want to do the face of the door, the dash, and this header panel. The seat and these kick panels. That's about it. That's all I really want to paint. So I got to open the doors up yet though and get the track down. We have it up here. I'm just waiting for the glue to dry, and then I'm gonna get some glue in the door, and we're gonna do the lower part of those window tracks. But yeah, we're getting there. All right, here's what we got. So, seat is in. I did this part, throw some light on there. We kind of cut, trim, not perfect. I do want to fix up down here and maybe bang this down, but we kind of, I attempted on the bead roller for, there's a little doodad for kind of doing a tipping or flaring an edge. It didn't do too bad. My trimming's not great, so I'm just going to kind of wallop this in just to snug it up. But anyways, the motor just pokes through. That's good. I got to get a different screw. That one's no good. We need one up there. But overall, we got something. So next steps are, I am going to just literally just give this a quick scuff. Again, yeah, it's not perfect. I don't want to strip it down. I actually want this to come through, and it'll just have more Like, I guess I could just leave this, but just because the seats are so nice and stuff, and possibly we're going to do a headliner in it, I don't know. It's maybe a waste of time, but I'm going to go shoot some paint on it. Oh yeah, I wanted to do this thing yet. This thing needed some tweaking, but there was some funny welding everywhere. So I think I got to wallop these down a bit so this just fits a little better. Right now, currently, it goes in and it kind of holds itself tight, but this corner is like basically going to chew up the paint. So I need to get this corner down a little bit. I'm probably overthinking it, but I don't have the latch. The tab is still there, so we'll have to get just something just to close this up. Perfect. Anyways, on to that. So we're gonna get a scratch and give it a little shot of paint. I'd like to get that done tonight. Probably what I'm gonna do over there is I'm gonna roll the window out, and then I can mask around, close that, so I don't have to worry about the windshield side. The back window, I don't know if I'll just do the garnish molding. I think that's all I'm gonna do. I'll undo a few screws back there. I think I can just shoot this garnish molding. Yeah, there's a bunch of flat screws. Actually, there's only like 2 screws. Wow. Really? So there's not much there. We'll just paint the garnish molding. I think everything else is gonna get covered when we do this experiment, if it all works out. And like I say here, man, this is a tough one. I don't know where to stop. I want just the dash and I want just the doors, but I don't want to really do the jamb. But I don't know how weird it's gonna look if I just, this was colored and this wasn't. Man, that's just making it, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth painting because there's no way to start or finish this right. I might just leave it for now. Unless I change my mind, but for now I think it's just going to be what it is. Just because it's no way to distinguish between the inside and the out. I don't know. It's a tough one. I guess until then, all I'm going to do is I'm going to paint that steering column black. We're going to do that. We're going to leave the other stuff for now. Maybe I'll just start tackling this headliner thing that I want to do. I got to do these in 2 different stages because the outside of the truck is clearly going to be too big for the inside. I wonder though. Man, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. You know what? I'm just curious if I actually do the whole roof and I come down and do the sides up to, where are we going? Like realistically, I only need to go at about here. I think that is, I think that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to wrap this in plastic. I'm going to go grab some resin and some matting, and we're going to do a light shell around. If everything works out, well, we'll find out, because tomorrow I'll carve it up and we'll see if I can get it to fit inside the cab. That'll be the plan. So I guess first things first, poly and some fiberglass work. Well, I guess we wait till morning and see what happens. I kind of ran the tape because I wanted to try to keep this shape really tight. I mean, in the big picture, it's a lot of this is going to get trimmed. And here, I don't even know. I kind of went far down. I'm hoping I'm far enough, but being fiberglass, you can always add some to it, so that's not a big deal. We went aggressive around into the drip rail and across the peak. I only did a single layer because really I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm just curious if this is going to work. Now, fully knowing that we're going to have to quarter this thing, like this part here, wherever the upper layer is, I don't know where it is, like it's up here somewhere, so this might have to get cut like here and possibly here, I don't know, but this upper lid part, I'm hoping I can get away with. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to have to cut it because it's way too big. So I might have to cut it 4 ways and then kind of put it in, and we'll screw it in, screw it together. Then we can re-fiberglass it. I'm hoping it stays semi-smooth, that I could either just glue some vinyl to it or just spray some textured like bed liner on it. Like, I don't want to bodywork it or nothing. So I don't know. Your guys' guess is as good as mine how well this is going to work. So we did a single layer. It's going to be pretty flimsy. I didn't mix the hardener very hard, or like I didn't throw a lot into it because I just wanted a lot of time to figure out what the heck I'm doing here. And to the plastic, I don't know if there's a better way because the plastic kind of pulls and shoves and does stuff. Maybe I could have taped the plastic tight. That might have helped, but I don't know. I guess it's just a complete learning experience here. So this may work awesome. This may suck royally. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see in the morning. All right. I'll leave my little tomb there till tomorrow. All right, folks. It's the next day. I've been editing, realizing this video is actually going on. I was thinking in this video I was going to actually get this all installed and all that jazz, but looks like we're not going to get to it this time. At least not right now. This seemed to work out, but we'll see. It's got a lot of weird wrinkles and things, but we can maybe fix that, or we just leave it. It kind of is what it is, but I think this is gonna work. I don't really know. We're gonna have to experiment and figure this stuff out. But I feel like we're probably gonna have to leave that for the next round, as I don't want to have a video running on for a couple hours while we kind of try to retackle all this stuff. So I think that is where we are going to leave this video. Didn't do too bad. We got some interior happening. Can we open doors? I think we can. Oh, look at that. So we got our seats all done. I still got to paint that. I am so mixed on the interior stuff. Said I wanted to paint it. My dilemma is I don't know where to stop it, because we got the one red door, which is actually pretty cool, but you know, to have this invisible line, it'd be easier if I had a garnish molding, because then I could paint the garnish molding and then we can like make a like a door card, or we do something like that. It would just work, but whatever, it just kind of is what it is. I have to do my seals in here, and I'm not really going to show that. What I'm going to end up doing is pulling this panel off. We're going to dab a little bit of glue, and I'm going to pack that window channel into the channels front and back, which I'm going to have to blindly do because you don't have a big opening to get in there and see stuff. I still do have to, I have lots of this material, but I got to make like a shift boot. I might do it with just some black. I don't have a proper boot for the emergency brake yet, so we'll have to deal with that. But anyways, we're getting close. But next round, we're going to see if we can get that headliner in there. If that works, I don't know what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to glue or we don't know what's happening. First things first, I just got to see if it'll even work, if that's not a fail or not. Yes, like I say, past videos or whatever, even after that drive, folks saying I need bigger wheels, and I mean, I see it. The big thing is I have to buy some rubber anyways. These are good rollers, but they're not good to drive on. I'm not a fan of these particular wheels anyways. I don't really know what I'm going to put on. I honestly thinking I'm just going to put steelies. I kind of had an idea for some mags, but I don't know. I do have like I had a line on some 14s, but like the rubber is so expensive. I do have a pair of like almost new, some wide whites that are a 14 and they're a pretty tall tire, but I think I only have 2 of those, so that doesn't really help me out either. So if I'm gonna have to buy some new tires, we're gonna have to go with probably some 15s. Then we may as well go like a 235, do something like that, like a pretty big, like a truck tire. The truck felt okay to drive, like I said back then. So I don't know highway speed, but I don't think it's that big of a jump in a tire from what this thing was factory. Because I think originally they are, yeah, they're kind of small, but they're a 195, but they are a 75 14. So I don't know. Like I say, if we go with a 15 in that, it'll fill the wheel well up quite a bit more. Anyways, like I said, I think that is where we're going to leave this one. So, as always, folks, I want to thank you all for watching, and we will catch you on the next one, where hopefully we get a pretty cool headliner in there and learn a new skill for some stuff going forward, if this all works out.